Dear friends, today we are going to discuss about S4 Hana Central Finance and also about the basic requirements and prerequisites for learning S4 Hana Central Finance module. This is why because for learning this Central Finance module, there will be some prerequisites and basic requirements that has been made mandatory for the consultants who are interested to pursue this Central Finance module of S4 Hana system. In this video, we will discuss in detail about what are all the different basic requirements and what are all the different prerequisites for learning this Central Finance module, and who are having the capability to implement this S4 HANA Central Finance module in the real-time projects, and what are all the eligibility criteria starting from the basic level to the advanced level that has been made mandatory for implementing this S4 HANA Central Finance module. Let us discuss one by one in this scenario. So, we will discuss each and every prerequisites and basic requirements for understanding this Central Finance module completely, one by one. Now, the first requirement is first and foremost requirements which are mandatory for learning this S4 HANA module is either the consultants should have some strong working experience in the SAP Finance module, or the consultants who should have some strong working experience in the SAP controlling module, or both. That means the finance consultants, SAP finance consultants who are having strong implementation experience in implementing different configurations in the traditional SAP FI system, namely the organizational structure configuration, and they should be very strong in the master records configuration and customization of SAP FI module. Also, they should have extensive knowledge and implementation experience in implementing the end-to-end AR processes for the clients, and they should have also very strong implementation experience in implementing the entire end-to-end AP module, that is accounts payable modules for vendors, and the consultant should be very strong in the asset and depreciation accounting areas as well. Only those consultants are able to learn this S4 HANA Central Finance from the scratch to the end, and only those consultants are able to implement very effectively this S4 HANA Central Finance for the clients. And one more requirement is the consultants who are very strong in implementing various configurations under the traditional SAP CO system namely those consultants who are very strong in implementing the controlling area configurations, followed by cost center accounting configurations in CO module, and profit center accounting configurations, and also product costing configurations, followed by SAP CO internal orders configurations, and one more important area under SAP CO module, that is COPA configuration, that is controlling and profitability analysis configurations, and they should have some strong experience, implementation experience in planning and budgeting as well. They should have some strong basic understanding of creating reports using the different inputs obtained from different SAP modules, namely SAP Finance module, different inputs from SAP CO module itself, different inputs from SAP SD module, various different business data from SAP Material Management module, and different business data from SAP Production Planning module as well. If the consultants are very strong in the integration of SAP CO module with all other SAP modules, say for example FI module, SD module, MM and PP module as well, then only they can be able to implement, they can be able to execute, they can be able to design, and they can be able to support the entire SAP Central Finance System effectively for the clients. That is the reason why SAP has given some prerequisites and also some basic requirements from the consultants who are already having some strong implementation experience in FI and CO module. This is why, because only those consultants are able to design the central finance module completely. Only those consultants are able to implement the different scenarios in the central finance module completely. Only those consultants are able to support the end-to-end business processes in the S4 Hana central finance module. Only those consultants are able to execute the complete end-to-end business processes in central finance module of S4 Hana. That is the reason why the following are the prerequisites given by SAP for the FI consultants and CO consultants who can be able to implement all the core important areas in both FI and CO module. Only those consultants are able to understand the business processes in SAP Central Finance very effectively, and only those consultants are able to do the implementation in the central finance system according to the client's requirements. And one more requirement is real-time working experience, that is hands-on experience either in SAP Finance implementation projects, real-time working experience or hands-on experience in SAP controlling implementation projects, or the consultants should have strong implementation experience in either simple finance, or the consultant should have strong implementation project experience in S4 Hana management accounting. Only those consultants who are having strong implementation experience in either SAP FI module or very strong implementation experience in SAP CO module, or either the consultants should have very strong implementation experience in S4 Hana Simple Finance module, or the consultants should have very strong capability to implement the end-to-end business processes in S4 Hana Management Accounting module. Only those consultants are able to identify the business processes. Only those consultants are able to design the business processes. Only those consultants are able to execute the business processes. Only those consultants are able to support the business processes, and only those consultants are able to implement the S4 HANA Central Finance module effectively and very efficiently for the clients. That is the reason why SAP has given the basic requirements and the prerequisites for designing, for implementing, for executing, for supporting the entire end-to-end business processes in SAP Central Finance module. Therefore, if the consultants who are really interested to learn this SAP Central Finance module, then they should have the strong implementation experience either in FI module, or they should have very strong implementation experience in SAP CO, that is controlling module, or the consultant should have very strong end-to-end implementation experience in S4 HANA Simple Finance module, or the consultants should have very strong implementation, production support experience in handling this S4 HANA Management Accounting module. Only those consultants are able to deliver, only those consultants are able to execute, only those consultants are able to implement and support the entire end-to-end S4 HANA Central Finance based on the client's requirements in the real time. Now, about myself, I am Raja. I am having more than 20 plus years of experience in the SAP industry as a consultant, as a practice head, as a delivery head for different implementation, for different production, for different support and rollout projects. And I have also handled many upgrade projects based on the requirements of the clients. And I have more than 5 years of on-site experience handling different implementation, production support, rollout and upgrade projects for my Middle East and European clients. And regarding my certification areas and interest in the certifications, I have done my certifications in SAP Finance. I have done my certification in SAP Business Process Planning and Consolidation, that is BPC module. I have done my certification in S4 HANA Simple Logistics. I have done my certification in S4 HANA Central Finance. I have done my certification in S4 HANA Simple Finance. Recently, I have done my certification in Business and Revenue Innovation Management module, that is previously Hybris. Based on the requirements of the clients, I have handled many projects in different applications of SAP. And in this video, I think we have discussed very clearly about the basic requirements and the prerequisites for learning this SAP Central Finance module, who can be able to design, implement, support the end-to-end business processes in the Central Finance module. At last, I hope that you people have a very clear understanding about this S/4HANA Central Finance and the basic requirements and what are all the mandatory prerequisites to handle the entire end-to-end S/4HANA Central Finance projects in the real-time scenarios, in the real-time projects, according to the client's requirements as well. Thank you.